Oh, damn.
Yeah. We ain't gonna be able to hear the headphones fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get it.
They
Huh?
got 3 new play styles.
So you got what?
They got 3 new play styles. They got the arcade.
I won't ever play arcade.
Hey,
It's too much.
hey, I'm downloading the collector's item joint with all of them on there.
Yeah.
They say usually these things stripping all attempts will be unsuccessful. That technical cases occur frequently, especially by any players. Over tackles and ball carry styles are commonplace. They got chances of throwing interceptions and they usually is lower.
They got one for 60 and they got one for 80. You know what I'm saying? The one for 80, that's the one with all the Madden. Alright, boys, ready. Don't beat me bad, man.
Ain't that good shit? I don't get to. I get to play now and again. You know, I might get on. Yeah, it be sometime during the week when I don't get a chance to get on.
Yeah.
Shit. I get it in when I can.
I'm gonna try to bring the ruckus. Bring the thunder.
You know, between you, we all have a good game.
Yeah, I swear. I be fucking it up, man. Damn, I be fucking them up.
I guess I got that routine. Routine just never have a bigger impact on gameplay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. Niggas be wanting Julio Jones all day.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to change that shit. Nigga, y'all talking to my team, nigga.
We're both at the same spot.
I'm like, hey, get with the fucker.
By play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it.
No, it's really fascinating in what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
Seven yards to go on second down.
Yeah.
Prescott off play action. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
For real.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
I hear it now.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't.
Oh, man.
Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Yeah.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone. Going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Off the play fake. Prescott. Man open left side. It's Williams. And a nifty little deke juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still. Play action now. Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Now a first down throw for Newton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down. On second down, here's Newton. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Kelvin Benjamin bounced back from an ACL injury in 2015 to really good health in 2016 and had a 100-plus yard game early in the season, so it looked like he was all the way back. But Brandon, the rest of the year, never broke 100 yards again.
That is hard to believe. He had a stretch late in the season. He went 18 yards, 11 yards, 20 yards. That's just not what you expect from him and the Panthers.
Not at all. I don't think it's all his fault, but they're going to be looking for another breakout season from him next year.
And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Slot man moves right. Here's Newton now on second down. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Okay, I have to take a second here and talk about Greg Olsen, the tight end for the Carolina Panthers. 3rd straight year over 1,000 yards in receptions. And guess what? That's the first time that's ever happened in NFL history. 3 straight years by a tight end.
That's really something. Now 31 years of age. They're going to need him next year to turn it around because a very disappointing season.
Not the season anyone expected, least of all the Carolina Panthers, but he's a building block that they can go ahead and get back to form starting in 2017.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, here's Tolbert. They'll give him a yard on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Oh, man. 4th down and 1, and you're on your own side of midfield. That takes a little bit of courage to pull off, but they went ahead and snapped it, and it'll work out for them as they get the first down.
Newton to his fullback, Tolbert. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. And the back goes into motion. They'll try the air now with Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Newton on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Newton to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get to the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And the offense in a great spot. It's first and goal from the 3. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
On second down, here's Newton. That's caught at the 3. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Panthers get set, third and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
They come out here in the eye. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton taking it in. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low, the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. All right. eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. Obviously a close game from the defensive standpoint. Maybe don't want to blow it too much out of proportion, but how important is this drive?
I think it's huge for them because they've got to find a way to help out their offense, whether it's doing it themselves, taking the ball away and scoring, or setting their offense up in a good position to give them a chance to fully be back in this game.
Sometimes that defense triggers the offense. We'll see. Being chased out left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Stewart is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Newton now on second down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he...
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Newton. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Stewart is the lone setback. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A final shot before the break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with... Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Uses the stiff arm. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, it's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles Johnson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Third and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And Olsen over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And now it's second down. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams in Arizona, those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. the Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the two different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the second straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And Newton's going to keep it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Newton takes it himself. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Cam Newton is one of the most athletic, most unique quarterbacks we've ever seen. And his athleticism doesn't just show up when he's flipping over guys. It shows up even on plays as simple as quarterback sneaks.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. After the run, Newton going to throw. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The defense for the Cowboys getting set to go. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
To throw on second down is Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop it for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. James Hanna, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. On 1st and 10, Newton eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. A second down throw for Prescott. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Prescott now on second down. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Lucky Whitehead, his intended target. And it's third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they'll put Bryant in motion left. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Looking to throw. Prescott. Lance Dunbar is running back, the intended target. Now fourth down.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part two of the screen, he forgot part one, couldn't get the ball. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And avoids the contact by sliding. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, it's Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Here's Newton now on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to get him for his second sack of the night. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Third and long, it's Newton. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's fourth down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Desperation time. Newton, fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. 26 yards on the play there. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Newton gives off to Stewart. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing on third down, Newton. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn from 21 yards away. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd down following the incompletion.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here. Not done in the 4th. Onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
20.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll send Ginn in motion left. Newton now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. The intended receiver was Corey Brown. And fourth down coming up.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. It's complete to Brown, right side. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. In motion left comes Bryant. Well, Prescott here to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
So they'll put Bryant in motion left. Prescott. And this one is incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Des.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Here's Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here we go.
Fourth down, Prescott. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.